All right, senior night is tomorrow. Way to go. I'm going to go ahead and get started, guys, because I want you guys to have a chance to knock these questions out. I can see that some of you guys are struggling with the delta, and not everyone, because I can see some of you just rolling and then some are struggling. Guys, if you're struggling, like let's say you get more than three or four incorrect in a row, just stop. Just stop. Just save yourself the headache. Come in and ask me, just like some of you have, but not everyone has. So, or either ask me or ask someone that knows how to do these. Use your calculator, guys, especially for like some of these are very picky. So use your calculator. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Example one: the radius of a circle is increasing at a constant rate of 8 feet per minute. So that is the DRDT. So DRDT is 8 feet per minute. Sorry, say that again. Oh. At the instant when the radius of the circle is 7 feet, so the radius is 7 feet. What is the rate of change of the area? So they want to know dAdt. So dAdt equals question mark. So how do I get area of a circle? Yeah, so area of a circle is pi r squared. So I'm going to take the derivative with respect to time. dAdt equals 2 pi r drdt. See, you got everything you need, guys. You got the radius, you got the drdt, you got everything. So dAdt equals 2 times pi times 7 times 8. And here's the answer. I put it in there so we can check our work. So I'm going to go 2 pi 7 times 8. So I'll take my calculator. I'm going to go 2 times pi times 7 times 8. And voila, 351.858. 351.858, and the units are square feet per minute because it's the rate of change of area with respect to time. How do we feel? Okay. That one was one of the examples from the one formula. I think here's another one from the one formula. The height of a cone is increasing at a constant rate of 8 feet per minute. So that's the height of a cone. So I'm going to write dHdt equals 8 feet per minute. The volume remains constant, 178 cubic feet. Volume equals 178 cubic feet. So what does it mean when it says constant? That means that what? The derivative of volume is 0. So if you want to put units of this, you can. Feet per minute, or, really it's what any type of volume over time is fine. We're for 0. Let's see, what else does it say? The volume of a cone can be found by, now they're being nice. They don't have to give you the volume of a cone. Volume, I would write 1/3 pi as pi over 3 r squared h. Here's my cone. If you need a representation, this is r, this is h. Let's see, what do they want? They want drdt. The volume, round your answer. Okay, well, what is the rate of change of the radius? So they want drdt. All right, let's see. Do I have everything? dHdt, RV. Okay, with the volume, I need my radius. I don't have a radius, but I do have a height. Wait, did they give me a height? The volume, radius is 4. I didn't write it. R equals 4. There we go. We don't have a height, guys, so you find the height like this. 178 equals pi over 3, 4 squared times h. So 178 equals 16 pi over 3 times h. H equals 16 divided by 3. No, right? Okay. So 178 times 3 divided by 16 pi. So, all right. So I am going to talk about this because we make a lot of mistakes here. All I did was this. I just multiplied by the reciprocal. 3 over 16 pi times 3 over 16 pi. See? All right. I'll wait for you guys to catch up. Be careful. The calculator is dumb. If you do this, 178 times 3 divided by 16 pi. Tell me why this is wrong. Yeah, this is just 178 times 3. This is just 3/16. And whatever that is times pi. The calculator is stupid. It's just code. It executes it left to right. You have to either put a parenthesis on the 16 pi, and I'll show you how you can never get it wrong. Second, insert, parenthesis. And now look, it's going to be a different number. Or always use the fraction feature. Alpha x, you get a little fraction if you have a new calculator, or alpha y, and you get the little push enter. And if you do this, you'll never get it wrong. Look, 178 times 3, and then you go to the bottom and you put 16 pi, and you'll never get it wrong like this. See? I would probably store that. Let's see, that's H. I'm gonna store it. Store alpha A. I like to go down the alphabet. So this is what I mean when I say use your registers of the calculator. So now everywhere you see me write an A, it's just H. So I'm gonna write. I already forgot the answer. 10.6235. Oh, 10.6236. And I need units. This is feet. And I'm going to store that to capital A. All right, here we go. I'm going to take this guy, and I'm going to go dv/dt equals, I'm going to leave the power over 3 on the outside like that. You can group it with the r squared if you want. First times root of the second plus second derivative of the first. I got everything. dv/dt is 0. R squared is 4, so 4 squared. I'm looking for dh/dt. Nope, I have dh/dt. I'm looking for dr/dt. 8 plus a times 2 times 4 times dr/dt. Okay. Are we okay, guys? It turns to algebra. Times 3 over pi times 3 over pi. Anything times 0 is 0. So now I have 0 equals, let's see, 16 times 8. 128. I should have been able to answer that really quick. 128. Plus, now here we go. This is my decimal. So I'm going to go A times 2 times 4. Alpha A times 2 times 4. 84.988. But it goes on forever, right? 84.988. 84.988 dr/dt. I'm going to move this to the left, and I'm going to divide by that. So dr/dt equals negative 128 divided by 84.988, which is a negative number. Let's see what that number is. 128, negative 128. So negative 128 divided by, I'm just going to scroll up and push enter. Negative 1.506. Negative 1.506 units feet per minute. And here's the answer as well, just to make sure. Ask me, miss. Is this making sense? Is this getting easier, guys? Yeah. If not, ask me, Conjure. Yeah. dv/dt, I left the constant on the outside. You could group it with the r squared if you want. First times root of the second, dh/dt, plus second h times root of the first, 2r dr/dt. Well, I'm trying to solve for dr/dt. It just becomes algebra. I'm trying to solve for that. I got everything else. Get rid of this. This is a product. This times this. So I get rid of the power over 3. I don't know. What do you... The derivative of a constant is 0. Yeah, that's why I put... But I don't understand. I don't understand what you're trying to... Like your question.
So why do we leave it?
You could have grouped it with the r squared. Like, it's like, what's the derivative of 2x squared? 2 is a constant, and we still say you can leave the 2 there, and then says derivative of x squared is 2x, and then 2 times 2 is 4, so 4x. Let's make it 2x cubed because there's too many 2's. Y prime equals, you can leave the 2, and then derivative of x cubed is 3x squared. Oh, look, that's 6x squared, but we've been accustomed to just going 3 times 2. This is actually how we learned it first, and then we said that's we're gonna do this in the top from now on. But that's how we learned it in the beginning. Okay. Did I answer your question, Kunduru? Okay. All right. Do you guys want me to skip this so we can go to the harder questions? Okay, so let's go to the harder questions. Now, most of you already got the rectangles out of the way, but let me know. Do you guys want me to do example 4? No? Okay. So for those of you that want me to do it, let me know. We'll go back to it afterwards. Here you go. The one with 2 formulas, because that's probably what you guys want. How many did I put of these? 2? I put a whole bunch. Good. I put a whole bunch with 2 formulas. This is what your new delta is about. We're going to go slow. Don't worry. We're going to go slow. 2 formulas. The area of a square is increasing at a rate of 108 square inches per second. So that is dAdt. So write it down somewhere. dAdt equals 108 square inches per second. At the time when the area of the square is 36 inches, so area equals 36 inches, what is the rate of change of the perimeter of the square? So they want dB/dt. Question mark. Round your answer to 3 decimal places if necessary. Okay, here's a square. How do I find perimeter of a square? Well, all sides of the square are the same, right? No, you're fine. So you can say perimeter is just 4x. Cool or not cool? Now, before you can solve anything, I need to figure out what x is, at what x value. So because they tell me that area is 36 inches, area is x squared. So 36 equals x squared. I guess you can already see that it's 6, but I'll show you. 36 equals x squared, square root. X has to equal 6. So that's my side. Are we still okay? All right. So let's see. I think I got everything I need. I need x. What else do I need? dx dt. Well, first let's figure it out. So I'm going to take the derivative. dp dt equals 4 dx dt. Oh, it looks like we didn't even need the x, but we do need dx dt. They don't give us dx dt directly, so that's why it says 2 formulas. We can get it from, let's take the derivative here. I'll do it in blue. dA dt equals 2x dx dt. And then look, we have the dA dt and we have the x. So dA dt was 108 equals 2 times 6 times dx dt, which we do not know. So 108 equals 12 dx dt. So dx dt equals 108 divided by 12. What's that? 9. 108 divided by 12. 9. Now that I know that dx dt is 9, I just plug it in right there. dp dt, let me go back to red. 4 times 9. 36 inches per second. And there it is, guys. What do you guys think? It wasn't that bad, right? Don't worry, we'll do another one, guys. We'll do all of them until you're comfortable. We have a cube. Let's draw a cube. Wow, that's actually pretty good. I learned from Ms. Begonia. No. All right. The volume of a cube is decreasing at a constant rate of 427 cubic feet per minute. So there it is. dB/dt equals, it's decreasing. So negative 427 cubic feet per minute. So it's getting smaller. At the instant when the side length of the cube is 5 feet, side length, I'm going to use x. When x is 5, what is the rate of change of the surface area? Oh, okay, so they want dAdt. All right, surface area. How many faces does a cube have? So my area is equal to 6x squared. And so they want to know dAdt. So dAdt, let's see what I need. 12x dx dt. So I need to know, I have x, I need to know dx dt. I'm going to get dx dt from the volume. Volume equals x cubed, side times side times side. Have I lost anyone, guys? dv dt is equal to 3x squared dx dt. I have dv dt and I have x. So there's how you're going to get your dx dt. So I'm going to go negative 427 equals 3 times 5 squared dx dt. 5 squared is 25. 25 times 3 is 75. So dx dt is equal to negative 427 divided by 75. Negative 427 divided by 75, which is, so I'm going to take my calculator, negative 427 divided by 75. And I'm going to store that into A. Oh, you know what? Well, I already stored it. Yeah, let me store it into B because A, we're using it for area. I'm going to do that again. What am I going to do? I'm just going to push store again. Store alpha, alpha B. Store alpha B. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it works. So now my B and A is also the same number, but I don't want to use A because A's area, right? I already forgot the number, negative 5.69333333. And I know maybe you don't need to put this in the calculator because that's a perfect, you can turn that into a fraction there. What did I say? That into B. So anytime you see B, that's my dx dt. So I'm going to write, what am I going to write? What am I looking for again? dAdt. So here we go. I'm going to go dAdt equals 12 times 5 times B. Oh, that wasn't exciting. I thought it was going to be more exciting. 12 times 5 times alpha B. Enter. Negative 341.6. Negative 341.6 square feet per minute. And yep. Yay. What do you guys think? You think we've done enough and you want to go on your own, or should we keep going? Just finish it? We just got 2 left? Okay. A right triangle has legs of 12 and 16s. Okay. Right triangle. X, Y. X equals, not to scale. X equals 12. Y equals 16 inches. The short leg is decreasing by 4 inches. Okay, so what's my short leg? The dx. So dx dt is decreasing by 4 inches per second. So negative 4 inches per second. And the long leg is shrinking. Or they both, okay, the long leg is shrinking. So dy dt is 7 inches per second. Negative 7 inches per second. What is the rate of change of the area? Okay, area. 1/2 x times y. You can leave the half alone or you can group it with the x. It does not matter to me. What do you guys want to do? Group it? Okay, that's fine. We'll group it. dAdt equals first times the root of the second plus the second derivative of the first. Make sure you put a dx dt, dy dt because they are both with respect to time. First derivative of the second plus second derivative of the first. Okay, there it is. Let's see, what do I need? I have dx dt, I have dy dt, and I have x, and I have y. Oh, I have everything, so I didn't need anything. We don't need any help on this one. 1/2 times 12 times negative 7 plus 16 times half times negative 4. Just plug them in. 0.5 times 12 times, I already forgot. What was it? Bless you. Negative 7 plus, was it 0.5 again? 16 times 0.5. 16 times 0.5. And I know we could have already just taken half of the 16 times negative what? And we get negative 74. Is that what the answer says up there? Yep. Negative 74 square inches per second. All right, last one. I know, guys. A right triangle has legs 30 and 40, whose sides are changing. Okay. So again, we have a 30, 40, 50 triangle. I'm going to say X, Y, and Z, just in case I need it. The short leg is, okay, so X equals 30, Y equals 40. The short leg is increasing, so the short leg is the X. So dx dt equals 8 inches per second. And the long leg is shrinking, so the long leg is a Y. So dy dt equals negative 2 inches per second. What is the rate of change of the hypotenuse? Oh, yep. So they want the rate of change of the hypotenuse. So they want dz dt. What puts all three of these together? Yep. X squared plus y squared equals z squared. We do need the z. They don't give us a c directly, but because that's 30 and that's 40, the z has to be 50 by Pythagorean theorem, right? 30 squared plus 40 squared equals z squared. So, yeah, z equals the square root of 30 squared plus 40 squared, which I believe is 50. 3, 4, 5. All right, so there we go, guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. And we want dz dt. That's what we want, question mark. So I'm going to go 2x dx dt plus 2y dy dt equals 2z dz dt. I like to just plug in. Do you guys want to factor out a 2 or just keep it or factor it out? Okay, so if you factor out the 2, you can cancel it. See? Divide by 2, divide by 2. So now you have x dx dt plus y dy dt equals z dz dt. Plug and chug. So let's see. 30 times, what was my dx dt? 8 plus 40 times negative 2, that's a 2, equals 50 dz dt. So do this. So your dz, I'm going to write it over here. Your dz dt is equal to the numerator, 30 times 8 plus 40 times negative 2. I was going to write negative 8, but I want negative 80, but I want you guys to see everything. All divided by 50. And whatever that is, that should be 3.2. So let's see. So 30 times 8. Let me clear this. Alpha fraction, enter. 30 times 8 plus 40 times negative 2. And I know we could write negative 80, but I want you guys to see all the little details. All divided by what again? By 50. And there, well, that number there, 16 over 5, is 3.2. 3.2 inches per second. They're not that bad, right? What do you guys think? They're not that bad, guys. That's all you have. You just have one subtopic. If you want to know what the estimated time is, do you guys like knowing that or no?